Okay, we're here at 3155 Dona Maria Drive here in Studio City. Now we're here to check the main sewer line. We obviously cannot check every pipe in the house. You'll have your general inspector go run the water everywhere. Let you know that this house is on a concrete slab, so there is no crawl space, and all the cast iron is running underneath the slab of the house. Now we couldn't find any mainline cleanouts outside, so we're actually running our camera from the roof vent, and that's where we're going to run the camera from. We like to do that anyway because this way we could check as much of the main line as possible. But like I said, we cannot check every pipe in the house. So we started off by running the camera from the bathroom on the left-hand side of the house, if you're facing the house, and we're running the camera from a 2-inch roof vent, which basically the sewer line runs underneath the front patio, right here by the front door. It goes through the underneath the slate tiles and goes to the right-hand side of the house, where it's going to tie into the other side of the house. So right now we have our camera in the line. We're going to start pulling the camera back. You can see it's a cast iron pipe. It's very old, this pipe. And okay, we're going to just keep coming back. You know, we had a tough time trying. You see, like here, the pipe kind of, probably the bottom of the pipe is starting to wear away. This cast iron is very old. But there are people living in the house, and they're obviously flushing their toilets every day. Probably would be a very good idea that if you're going to remodel the house and stuff, put new floors and stuff, I would highly recommend replacing the cast iron pipe underneath the slab. You can see it does have a little bit of rust buildup. I mean, it's not the worst I've ever seen. It obviously is functioning, but it's getting pretty old. I mean, as we came back, clean up the Lenzel. So it is functioning, but it's getting pretty old. We're going to pause the recording, and we're going to go to the 3-inch main vent on the right-hand side of the house. Okay, so what we're doing is we're running the camera from a 3-inch roof vent. And what I'm going to do is I will go inside the house, because now we've got permission to go inside. We want to see if there's any clean outs inside the house. Anyway, we have our camera in from the roof vent. We're all the way out to the city. We're actually in the city sewer right now, and you can see the city sewer flowing by here. We're going to pull the camera back. There's your connection to the city. So keep coming back. We actually got a 6-inch clay pipe coming back from the middle of the street towards the property. Now remember, this inspection is based on my opinion. We're going to keep coming back with a 6-inch clay pipe. It looks pretty good. It's nice and clean, pretty fair condition. Looks pretty good.
How old is he? Getting up there.
Okay, this is a 4x6 connection at the property line as it comes back into a 4-inch clay pipe. Now we got a little bit of roots coming in at the joint over here, a little bit of roots over here. All right, Alex.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll tell you what. I'm going to locate that spot. It's the only. So what? Just hold it there. Okay. Anyway, we've made a location where the roots are, and it's actually in the grassed area, right by the corner of the driveway. So, you know, this is the only, keep coming back, this is the only spot in the line where you have roots, right over there. The rest of the line looks very clean, so we're going to keep coming back. It's like on that 45-degree dive. Now it starts coming horizontally back underneath the concrete driveway. Now this all looks pretty good. It's nice and clean, good condition. We always recommend that you never flush tampons, baby wipes, paper towels, things like that. So we're going to keep coming back. Now right over here is where the pipe, okay, keep coming, is right exits the house. right in a little flower bed and underneath the concrete. It goes back to the cast iron pipe that you can see it's getting old, but it still appears to be in fair condition. You've got to be very careful what you're flushing down the toilets, but it still looks fair condition actually. Okay, here it comes up the roof vent over here. You could pause the record. So that's about it. We've checked pretty much most of the main line. The cast iron definitely getting a little old under the house. Be careful what you're flushing down the toilets. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to actually repair that one spot where the roots are getting, because that's really the only place where roots were getting in. So we'll go ahead, stop the recording over here.